So we've made it to Malvern now on this beautiful Sunday morning.
So yes, Lewis also came to Malvern, and he was from Ireland, and he really liked Malvern because the hills reminded him of some mountains in Ireland called the
Lewis.
The Mourne Mountains. So yeah, so just get a little picture of that.
Yeah. Steps today.
Absolutely.
The 99 steps. I don't know if you get an ice cream with a flake in at the top, or you never know. Live in hope. Now for our American friends, Patrick, what was the significance of this place?
So the US President Franklin D. Roosevelt, when he was a child, his parents were travelling around Britain, and they came to Malvern. I think he was very poorly and quite sick, so they wanted to use the water treatment therapy in Malvern, and that was why he stayed here. I think this would have been a hotel,
right?
Victorian times.
Yeah, so he was 7 in 1889 when FDR stayed there, and it grew Victorian times. You were saying because of innovation.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So basically, Malvern was only famous really for the Benedictine priory.
Yeah.
So it's famous for monks basically for between like the year 1000 to like 1500.
Yeah.
And then during the Victorian period, in Europe there was a new craze called water therapy, water treatment, called hydrotherapy, and some Victorians actually travelled to Europe to, just to explore this new treatment which could cure lots of ailments. And what happened was they actually came back and they came to Malvern and decided to set up a water treatment practice, and it became very, very popular. And then as a result, many Victorians came to Malvern.
A very steep pull there. I made it to the bench. Stunningly beautiful. Bit hazy, the view over towards Worcester. Patrick just coming up the last bit of incline really before we reach a flat bit, and maybe we'll go to that hill there before making our descent. Oh, fantastic. So panoramic, easy for you to say, views over the whole region. Is that Wales over there in the distance? Yeah, over into Wales. We've got another little hill there. Right, this is like one of those ones. We're heading up to the Beacon, Sugarloaf, North Hill, various pointers. Oh, this path seems to be kind of maybe seen better days, so we seem to be heading up this way. See you at the top. So I actually know Patrick from our days at Tilhart British School out in the Middle East, where the scenery was flat and sandy. This is very different sort of environment. So a few words, Patrick, or do you want to get your breath back?
This is the highest peak. North Hill is just over there, and you've got Sugarloaf. This is like a border between Worcestershire.
Yeah.
This is called the Vale of Evesham in Worcestershire.
Right, yes.
And this is Herefordshire. Apparently you can see 30% of England from the Malvern Hills. So these,
right, interesting.
That should be the Brecon Beacons.
Top here, there's some sort of. Oh, look at that! Fantastic.
So if you have a little look,
if you could
so
just kind
west,
of paint on my brazier.
west is there, east is here.
Yeah.
So we've got like Coventry. shot Philip on Avon, you can see the river Avon there.
Yeah.
And you've got the Bristol Channel where the Severn goes.
Yeah.
You've got, do you remember that river in Wales?
Yeah.
That's the team.
Yeah, yeah.
And the confluence meets in Worcester.
Right, nice.
What else have you got? So you've got lots and lots of places in Worcestershire and Herefordshire.
Well, going south, where's the Isle of Wight mentioned?
I'm not too sure.
That's obviously. I mean, it's got Kerry. I mean, like. So surely the Isle of Wight should be mentioned. But you can see the ridge of hills there going over.
And I've actually got a photograph in my living room. So if you look at this one,
yeah.
It's the first time I've been involved.
Okay.
And it's this view here.
Fantastic. So we're going to have a now look. Looking south, really. And there's a stone at the top here. It says, "Just keep swimming." So there you are. Quite difficult to do up here, actually, but you know, good advice. Yeah.
You've got a hill there, which I think is called a quarry, and then to the right of that, do you see that kind of mound with circular? That was actually a Norman castle, and
right.
that's called British Camp. I
Okay.
think there was a British unit based there.
Yes, interesting. Yeah.
Little Malvern, where Elgar's buried, is towards this area here.
Okay.
And you see a big obelisk there.
Yeah, yeah.
That was erected for the Glorious Revolution, and a guy called John Summers was very important in inviting William Ormond to England
Yes.
to recapture the throne from James II.
So
And
basically making Britain Protestant instead of Catholic.
So.
Yes.
And that obelisk there is there to remember it. And can you see a castle over there?
Yes.
That is called Easter Castle.
Right.
That's like a very
On the hill, you mean? Yeah.
castle in Herefordshire.
Right.
And then to all of this here is just Herefordshire here.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then, you know, over here you can see Malvern College.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the town of Great Malvern.
Fantastic.
And yeah, so
Brilliant. Well, let's take a few photographs.
indeed, sir.
So we're just wandering down here the path from what do you call it? What's the highest hill called?
It's called the Beacon.
The Beacon. We're just coming down from the Beacon.
You'll see lots of gas lamps in Malvern.
Yes.
Apparently, C.S. Lewis, when he was writing the Narnia books,
Yeah.
very influenced by the gas lamps.
Right.
In,
Interesting.
Malvern. So there's a bit of a heritage there. But I mean, basically, back in the day, like the Victorian times, they would have used donkeys to have come up the hill.
Yes. Where are we, Patrick? Just we're still in Malvern, but
we're actually by one of the oldest buildings in Malvern. It's the Priory. So all of this would have been a Benedictine. Yeah, it's quite interesting because Charles Darwin. So as I was saying to you earlier, like the Victorian times was important because the Victorians developed hydrotherapy in Malvern.
Yes.
And that's like water treatment, and that's what made it very, very popular as a tourist destination. And Darwin came here because he was a contemporary at university of one of the gentlemen who developed the hydrotherapy, and he brought his daughter, who I believe was 9 at the time, and sadly she died of tuberculosis.
Oh, no.
And she's actually buried in the cemetery here, Anne Elizabeth Darwin, and it is believed that her death at such a young age caused a lot of devastation for Darwin, and it inspired him to write his famous book, which was
The Origin of the Species.
The Origins of the Species. Yeah. Well
Interesting.
so there we go.
And a CSE type Narnia lamp. Yeah, there you go.